Vietnam, a lively country in Southeast Asia known for its rich history, stunning landscapes, vibrant culture, and delicious cuisine. Seamlessly blending tradition with modernism, Vietnam offers a diverse and enchanting experience for travelers. Whether it's exploring its UNESCO World Heritage Sites or immersing oneself in the warmth of its people, Vietnam is a prime destination that captivates the hearts of all who visit. For this two-part series, I'll be taking you on a tour of the country and how to make your stay a truly memorable one. Before departing to the country, make sure that you apply for an e-visa through the Vietnamese National Immigration Portal. Fill it out completely and allow up to 1 week for processing and approval. When you arrive, you'll be immediately introduced to the absolutely busy roads and bustling traffic. With the large concentration of motorists and large vehicles on the road at any given time, it's pure pandemonium. For pedestrians, especially first-time visitors, it may seem impossible to even cross the road. The basic rule of thumb is to walk calmly, don't stop, maintain eye contact, and never hesitate. We managed to overcome this hurdle without issues, but man, what a wild time. Vietnamese cuisine is highly renowned for its vibrant flavors, fresh ingredients, and delicate balance of textures. It's a harmonious blend of sweet, sour, salty, and spice, and as some restaurants go, don't be surprised if you find yourself eating inside someone's house. Vietnam's staple food is called beef noodle soup, or pho bo. It's found practically everywhere and is enjoyed both as an early day or late evening meal. The taste of the broth slightly differs from the north and south, but it's a surefire bet that you will be craving more and more pho each day. There is a variation to this dish called pho bo tran, which goes easy on the broth and adds more ingredients. Banh mi's have always been associated with Vietnam. Much like pho, they are widely available around the country and are usually sold on street-side stands. Pork, chicken, beef, and egg are available as the base. I'll show you the best places to get a banh mi later on in this video. If you're traveling around Vietnam, it's important to try other dishes besides the touristy kind. One of those is mi quang, a rice noodle dish from central Vietnam that's coated in a rich, turmeric-infused broth. It's intensely flavorful and a well-rounded mix of ingredients to satisfy your appetite. Since Vietnam is heavy on fresh herbs, bamboo pork spring rolls are another fan favorite from central and southern Vietnam. You basically combine the ingredients, roll those yourself in rice paper, take a dip in some amazing peanut sauce, and enjoy. I'll share a good location for these in the video as well. One of my personal favorites was the Vietnamese pizza, or Vietnamese crepe. Found in Dalat, it's a crispy egg and rice puree topped off with seasonal toppings and cut in slices.
Amazing. Wow. I'm so happy.
Another dish that's at the top of my list is bún cha. It's a cold noodle dish with charred pork meatballs, veggies, fish sauce, and minced garlic. I usually just combine all the ingredients in one bowl, and it's one of my favorite meals to eat on a hot day. Bún bò Huế is also a beloved dish originating from the city of Hoi in central Vietnam. The combination of spicy and tangy taste from lemongrass and fermented shrimp paste is purely invigorating. Add on a bánh xèo on the side for an amazing soup and pancake combo that you won't soon forget. Obviously, if you're visiting Vietnam, you absolutely must try the coffee. It's incredibly rich in aroma, and if I had to pick one type of coffee to try, it'll be the egg coffee, which consists of coffee and a frothy mixture made from whisked eggs and condensed milk. You can't get it anywhere else in the world, so drink up. Finally, I found some herbal iced dessert, which turned out to be one of my favorites as an after-dinner snack.
Wow. That's so full of flavor. And that herbal ice really kicks ass.
Getting around Vietnam is quite interesting. I normally rent a motorbike anywhere I can to explore the area, and Grab motorbikes are also common in big cities to get you around. Taxis are available, but it's annoying to negotiate on a price. Pedicabs are also available, but they charge an arm and a leg and are more of a gimmick. Your best bet is to use the old-fashioned bus system in the city. The regional ones can only go so far, so if you're planning a longer distance, the sleeper buses are the best bet. They're extremely narrow, bunk style, and barely accommodate tall people like myself. I had to recline the seat as far as it can go, but in the end, it got us to our destination with little hassle. If you're feeling adventurous, you can also try the train system that runs along the coast. They're okay if you're going for a short distance, and we only use one to travel just a couple hours. Unfortunately, the trains are aging quickly and creak and groan as they rumble across the tracks. I'd only recommend it if you want to experience it, but suggest flying instead to make your life easier for those long distance trips. Happy traveling! Vietnam has a long list of places to visit, starting from the north to the south and vice versa. The three major cities are Hanoi, Da Nang, and Ho Chi Minh City. You can travel and visit each one by flying into either Hanoi and traveling south, or north from Ho Chi Minh. It doesn't really matter which way you do it, but I've personally preferred traveling north to south. Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam, is a vibrant and captivating metropolis. The Old Quarter, which is where most travelers stay, is a bustling part of the city with old colonial architecture and a rich cultural heritage. Upon arriving, it might seem a little intimidating navigating the narrow lanes of shops, street food vendors, and ancient temples. But after a while, it starts to grow on you, and it's just a fun experience to let yourself get fully immersed in the city life. The Ho An Lake is right nearby, and it's a popular spot for locals and visitors to relax from the noise of the city. I enjoyed finding all the hidden shops tucked away in some of the alleyways, and occasionally discovered several lesser-known places just by entering a shop and going further between buildings. I always prefer seeking higher ground and watch the hustle and bustle of the city below. As evening falls, the Old Quarter of Hanoi lights up and becomes even more alive with activity spilling onto the street. There are traditional costume plays at intersections, some events happening around the lake, and some fun live music in the many cafes around town.
Hello, Vincent.
What's up, man?
Hello, what's up, bud?
Walking around the Old Quarter, it's impossible to miss Beer Street, an even narrower stretch of lanes surrounded by literally 50 bars. The roads all converge at a main junction called Bia Hoi, where you can hang out and enjoy a tall, cold beer for about 45 cents.
Tastes like college.
Train Street is a narrow residential street that runs between two active train tracks in Hanoi.
No work.
What's that?
Low.
You just kind of get picked up at random and they lead you to the shop to have drinks and wait until a passing train might arrive. It's all in the name of safety for tourists, but I'm also starting to question their idea of safety when I see this.
Even though this cafe is kind of run by the train mafia, it's still pretty nice. Beer is about 35,000, so it's $1.20 here.
It's still a cool place for photographers, even if it's a little confusing on how to actually enjoy it. Some other spots to visit around town are the Trang Quoc Pagoda, which is a magnificent Buddhist temple dating back over 1,500 years. St. Joseph Cathedral, a classic church with an imposing presence and spiritual significance. And the Temple of Literature, which was built in 1070, dedicated to Confucius, and offers a glimpse into the country's scholarly heritage and a place for contemplation and reflection. I absolutely enjoyed my time in Hanoi and hope that other travelers experience the same level of warmth and hospitality I received when visiting this amazing city. Da Nang is the next city I want to share on this journey. It's a coastal city at about the halfway point between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, with tall high-rise buildings overlooking the vast South China Sea. I really enjoyed exploring the city as well, especially considering its wide-open roads that make riding a motorbike pure joy. Da Nang boasts some of Vietnam's most pristine and inviting stretches of coastline as well. Most of the city is catered pretty well to tourism, with lots of vintage shops, restaurants, night markets, and vendors looking to sell their product. A big draw in Da Nang is the Dragon Bridge. It's designed in the replica of a dragon, which lights up at night, along with the rest of the city. On Fridays and Saturdays, crowds can gather to watch the dragon head blow fire from its mouth. It's pretty quirky, and I got a laugh after seeing it spray river water on the crowd at the end. Marble Mountain is a breathtaking natural wonder, just a short drive from the city. Visitors can embark on a journey of exploration.
Got like a cutesy thruple.
Through magnificent cave systems that lie within this mystical underground world. The entire mountain is comprised of around 5 hills to discover. Each hill is associated with one of the 5 elements in Vietnamese culture: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. They are home to numerous pagodas, temples, and caves, making Marble Mountain an important religious site for Buddhists and attracting pilgrims and tourists alike. Marble Mountain stands as a testament to the geological wonders and cultural heritage of Vietnam.
Here we go again.
Oh, hey, there's a whole bunch of people.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of people here.
Its harmonious blend of nature, spirituality, and adventure makes it a must-visit destination for anyone exploring the region. It's an unforgettable experience that leaves a long-lasting impression. We took a drive on the Son Trap Peninsula as well, which is about 20 minutes north of Da Nang. Parked our bike, secured our valuables and food from the monkeys, and made the climb to visit the beautiful Lady Buddha statue. It's one of the tallest Buddha statues in Southeast Asia, measuring to around 67 meters, with a panoramic view from the top, showcasing the vast expanse of the ocean. The site also features beautifully landscaped gardens, offering a serene environment for contemplation and reflection. We wanted to explore more of the peninsula, specifically a tucked-away beach on the north side. So we parked the bike, made the walk, and, well, unfortunately had to be turned back because it was private and under strict security.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you have a booking before?
Yep.
Khách bảo là khách đi si tròn mà có book đâu nè. Em kiểm tra lại nữa nghe.
But no matter, we found a nice little restaurant along with the beachfront, about a 5-minute drive back down. It was enough for us to enjoy the sun and explore a bit more of the area before heading back to Da Nang and onto the most talked about part of Vietnam. No trip to Vietnam is complete without visiting the historic, captivating, and photogenic town of Hoi An. It's about a 40-minute drive south from Da Nang, and as you reach the outskirts of the city, you are immediately teleported back to its centuries-old charm. Hoi An's allure lies in its ability to seamlessly blend the past and present, creating an enchanting destination that captivates travelers from all walks of life. The town's most iconic feature is its UNESCO World Heritage listed ancient town, a maze of narrow lanes lined with charming yellow-walled buildings. It's a very walkable city, and there is a ticket system you may need to purchase if you'd like to visit the interior of some of its old merchant houses. I definitely recommend using at least one ticket on the small theater near the water. Here is where you can watch an hour-long show. Don't miss the chance to savor regional specialties like Khao Lao, a savory noodle dish unique to Hoi An. It's made with smoked noodles, pork, and greens, and is absolutely overflowing with flavor. This is also a city where I found my favorite banh mi to date. The first is Banh Mi Phuong, where the lines are long, but for good reason. Quality meat, fresh vegetables, and super crunchy bread made for one amazing sandwich. The second banh mi place is called Madame Khan, the Banh Mi Queen. It goes heavier on the spice level, and that's exactly what I like.
Heaven.
As the sun goes down, Hoi An lights up in an extraordinary display of color from its hanging lanterns. This is what I call the magic hour. The river is buzzing with boats, taking tourists on a short journey through the ancient city, and it would be a shame not to experience this firsthand. You'll go under the pedestrian bridge with a single paddler doing all the work.
Supposed to be
It's a true feast for the eyes, that made Hoi An leaving an amazing impression on our heart and mind. The final city I want to touch on is Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon. It's a massive, densely populated metropolis where the streets are once again narrower and the traffic is just purely suffocating at times. There's the big, loud street full of bars, as well as a long promenade for local street performers. Since we only stayed in District 1, I made sure to visit the War Remnants Museum. The museum's primary focus is to educate visitors about the Vietnam War and its aftermath, presenting the realities of the conflict from the Vietnamese perspective. A lot of the weapons used in the war are on full display, from the makeshift to the heavy artillery used against vehicles. Through a series of exhibits, photographs, artifacts, and personal testimonies, the museum provides a comprehensive account of the war's brutality and the suffering endured by the Vietnamese people in their fight for independence. It's heavy, eye-opening, and oftentimes somber, seeing some of the imagery and videos from the war. A lot of it I can't show in this video for obvious reasons, so proceed with an open mind if you are interested in the decade-long conflict. This museum, in the end, offers an important opportunity for reflection, fostering discussions about the consequences of war and the need to strive for peaceful resolutions. So this concludes part 1 of my 2-part series on Vietnam. In the next half, I'll be showcasing Vietnam's incredible countryside and hope you can come along with me on the journey. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you next time.